All right. We are live! Yay! It's been forever since I did one of these. So, I'm not dead, in case anybody was like, oh my god, why haven't you uploaded in a while? I have my bestie here, Tiagre. No one's joined yet, but that's okay.
Maya might join.
Yeah, that's true. So, we graduate in 6 weeks. That's crazy. I don't like it. But yeah, we graduate in 6 weeks, which is fun, I guess. Nobody's joined yet. Tell Will. But yeah, I'm here at my workplace, Glucose Burrito, which is great. I just like to chill here sometimes. Really. I actually went to New York a couple of weeks ago, which is great. Had a lot of fun. I watched Phantom of the Opera. I saw the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty, that was really cool. I had to climb a lot of steps though, and then my mom's like, "Hey, let's go to the Crown." I was like, "Mom, we didn't pay for that." She tried to sneak past the security guard. So that was an interesting experience. I saw a lot of pigeons, and I tried to pick one up to no avail. My mom goes, "It's not a chicken. You can't pick it up." I was like, "You're right about that." But I fed a pigeon a little bit of a pretzel. That made me happy. Um, I don't know what is my obsession with birds. Really? Anyways, if anybody joins, I can answer questions about New York.
Tell Maya to join it.
Also, when I was younger, I used to think that saying bitch was bad. So I used to say witch instead. So everybody was like, what? I was a good kid. I used to be. Sadly, those times have changed. Um, saw a lot of street performers in New York. That was fun. It really was fun. I had so much fun. And yeah, we went to the 9/11 museum memorial thing. It was very sad. There was recordings and videos of like people when that happened, and like, oh, hello, who's this? We got one viewer. So I'm just talking about my trip to New York. If you have any questions, type them in the chat, and I will be sure to answer them. But where was I? Oh yeah, my trip to the 9/11 memorial. It was very sad, somber. I cried a lot. Um, one of the women was like, "It's okay, I'm fine. Just so you know, we think our plane has been hijacked." And I was like, "Oh." And she goes, "Don't worry, just know that I love you." And I was like, "Oh my god, it was so sad." I was sad. My mom was sad. It was just, though, if I had to go again, I would, because people need to know about stuff like that. They need to be aware that yeah, that's in our history, and we need to learn about that. And even though people are like, "Why would you want to learn about that? That's so sad." Like I used to be like that, but I just think it's something that people should talk about and stuff, because if if we all just spend our lives tiptoeing around it, it's not, history will be doomed to repeat itself. Dang. Okay, I am getting very very sad topic. But yeah, it's I have this I used to have this dream that one day we kids would make our own colony, and we'd call it the Colony of Night. I was very, very adamant about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, we should do this, and we should meet under the cloak of night, so that adults can't hear us and what we're doing." And I was like, "Wait, that sounds really bad." I I am very much of a rebel kid, even though I don't like the fights I get into with my mother because of it, but it just sometimes happens, and that's okay. I will say though, if anybody wants to talk or anything, I will message you my email or anything if you need to talk. If I know you personally, just send me a message, because if I know you personally, then you will have my number. Oh jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm going on and on about this stuff, but I really do think that people need to be more aware about things like this, um because if we don't, then who will? I also think that we need to show, we need to talk about the past. We can't just keep tiptoeing around it, like I've said before. Like I just said, we can't keep tiptoeing around the past, and the fact that stuff happens, and we need to be just aware of that and be there for the people who go through that kind of thing. I am a very big advocate for mental health counseling and all that. That is really great. Um, if you need help, I suggest, if you're scared to ask for help, try tell a trusted adult, tell a friend.
Stuff is like a shrimp in the camera.
And yeah, just don't be afraid to ask for help, because I used to be afraid to ask for help, and that put me in a very bad place for a very long time. Don't worry, I'm fine now. I just think it should be something that is very heavily educated about. I think I think instead of just talking about bullies, something needs to be done about it, because I've been bullied and it put me in a dark place that I've currently am out of, but I can go there very quickly if something happens. Which I don't want something to happen, but stuff does happen. And I'm a very big advocate on mental health because I struggle with it. And so if people need to get help, then they should get the help they deserve and need without there being any sort of like, oh well, if someone ever says that if you get if you are getting help then you're weak, they're wrong, and they need to not be taught a lesson. That's another word that doesn't sound like awful. Um, um, I don't know, but like I don't know, and I think people who like haven't been to public school before, they I think there should be like a course on if they're gonna go, they need to know what to expect and how bad it is actually gonna be. It's not like the movies. It's not like the movies where it's like, oh, haha, there's like water dumped on you. No, this is like mental bullying. They make you feel bad, and it's not okay. I never went to public school before until my middle school year. My my first time going to a public school, I was in seventh grade. I wouldn't suggest like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but if somebody's gonna go to a public school, then I suggest they need to at least be told it's not like it was in private school or homeschool. Things are different. Way, way different than you think. Which is sad because, like, you don't want to have to tell people that. You don't want to have to tell them that they are probably gonna be mentally traumatized for the rest of their lives. But that's the truth. Like, it can happen to people. It does happen to people every single day. Like, I just I don't know. Maybe it's just because of my experience with public school. It's not that great. I was bullied a lot, and so maybe it was just me. But like I was I used to be like a really like I used to draw and stuff. I used to be really outgoing, and I was weird. I would wear weird clothes. I would just be my quirky weird self. That all changed when I was made fun of. Those rumors spread about me. I actually had to be sent home because somebody said that I was a serial killer and murderer and all this other stuff. Which I should have just been like, well, no, I'm not. But it really got to me because, like, I was trying to be nice to everybody, and then everybody Like, it was just so mean, and it was really hard. But that's enough about my experience at my middle school. But yeah, I think mental health is a big thing. Like, if people are gonna like get there, like they should have a at least a semester where instead of going to school, they go somewhere if they need it. They don't like have to. But I think if they need it, they should be able to straight from school to college or whatever they're going to do. I feel like there should be a little bit of a breathing period. That's just me. Um, so yeah, man, I just went into so many different subjects, and I'm so sorry. That was like, I think that was one of my like deepest like, things I've talked about. But I I really like I don't know. It's just been hard growing up and stuff because like when you have a bad home life, like my life is fine at home now. It wasn't before. I really feel like people should be because like when your life is bad at home and then you immediately go to school and you're bullied, it's just like it makes people think that they're not safe anywhere. And I used to be very outgoing, but when I got bullied, that changed, and I hated that because my mom always asked me what happened to my happy girl, and I always say she grew up. Well, she did, and she had lots of trauma from bullying and speaking about herself. So yeah, I am so sorry. I don't know why I'm like going on so much about this, but I guess it's because I feel so strongly about it. Like I feel like everybody should have at least one person to talk to that they trust. And if you don't have that person, I suggest finding that person. And don't go into somebody at school and be like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" If you don't even like, if it's like your best friend who you trust completely with your life, then yeah, you can do that. But if it's like one of your friends who gossips about people, I wouldn't do that. Mostly because that's not that's not me. Um, and also, that could put you in a very bad situation that could potentially be dangerous. But if you are in a dangerous situation, then my friend, when I told her what I was like I was in a bad place, she immediately told the adults, and I got help. So I think that's what people should do. And she was crying because she thought I was mad at her, and I was like, no, I get why you did it. I'm not mad. I'm actually really happy because I didn't. Because I was in a very, very dark place, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone, honestly. But I can't say this enough that mental health is something that should be it should be like talked about more because if we don't talk about it, then people act like it doesn't exist, which is completely false. And if anybody says that, I will drop kick them into next year. Even though I have zero agility, I will find agility somewhere in my body and be like, yeah, I'm gonna drop kick you, even though This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you guys, but it's okay. I'm fine. I'm a big advocate for mental health and stuff because like, I didn't want to be alone when I was suffering through it, and I don't want anyone else to be alone suffering through it because that's just not okay. Mm. And I really think that people who do suffer with mental health should get the help they need. And it shouldn't be something like, oh, nothing. Oh, you're just overreacting and stuff. If somebody says you're overreacting because you're having like a genuine you're having problems with your mental health, I consult a counselor. Oh, jeez, now I sound like one of those ads. Consult a counselor before taking this medication. But I'm I don't know. I know I'm rambling on and on about this, but yeah, I feel like this is something that should be talked about. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's okay because it's it needs to be talked about. And I don't care who you are, how tough you think you are. If you need help, get help. And if you're afraid of going to your parents, go to someone you trust, like a teacher, guidance counselor, or if you're a church person, go to a
Miller, mom's looking for her.
or a pastor. Which I think is good for that trusted adult. If you don't have a trusted adult, then find one. Don't. I can't say this enough. Just don't make mistakes like I did and be like, oh, my mental health doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna care. People are gonna care. So yeah, this is my life. It ended up going from super happy to super very emotional very fast. And I was going to say I'm sorry for that, but I talked about something that needs to be talked about. So am I sad about it? No. Am I sorry for doing what should be done and talking about stuff that should be talked about? Am I sorry for that? No, I am not. And I will not be sorry about talking about something that needs to be talked about for the rest of my days. Anyways, this was alive. Thank you for that one person who joined, even though you left when I was in my rambling. Yeah, if you guys want to comment, if you comment, subscribe. Yeah. Stay classy and stay Seth Cats.